drag us to Silver Scrapes, drag us to a Game 5. We're casting it in the dark, and we are in the dark about who is coming up on top in this series, because it has been neck and neck in these last 2 games.
Well, at this point, screw or not, because we can't read them anyway.
Literally, it's too dark.
It's pitch black in here, so we can't read them anyway. But the fact that Odie is pulling out the Senna with Tam Kent means that the big guns need to be pulled out from the side of Bifrost. Means that Shikari going back to engage duty, Fury going back on the champions that he shines on, the Akali, the Ari, the Sylas, the in-your-face, the full damage dealers for the Bifrost mid laner. And of course, Diamond Procs on a facilitator, on an engager, such like the Vi.
All right, let's check in a little bit here. The hashtag NLC pets meme still going on. Molly trying to deal with the 33 degrees centigrade. It's a bit hot in some parts of the world right now.
I feel you, Molly. I feel you.
As well. Oh, look at this.
Spiky.
Sleeping Apollo. I believe that's a bearded lizard or a bearded dragon. Bearded lizard, bearded dragon, one of the two. But it's either a very cute, very different.
Very spiky.
Very spiky indeed. And it's been a bit of a spiky series, and dragons have well and truly woken up, I think. Bifrost, rough season in a lot of ways, a rough split, have come into this playoff series and turned up way beyond a lot of our expectations. Honestly, after that game 1 in particular, we said, oh dear, this game looks about done. But 2 games in a row now, it has been an absolute nail-biting tightrope of a game to watch.
I'm just going to say, there is one person on Bifrost that is profusely refusing to lose.
Yes.
And that one person is the usual suspect of any season in the NLC, and that is Odie. He has had a fantastic performance for a 3rd time. Because we
bring it back.
Because we need it. Because he's that freaking good. From game 1, the game they actually lost, to game 2 that they won, to game 3 that they lost, he has been absolutely impeccable, going above and beyond, playing on the edge of boundaries and limits on his champions. And now it can all fall together if Bifrost play on the same edge. We're looking at Shikari providing the engages, Fury not being too volatile in the mid lane, not getting pulled out of the picture like he did with the Vex. Now he has all the likes to make it work, stealing a Mega Gnar ult, stealing a Bard ult, and starting an engage is going to be huge. But like on the side of X7, you see that they have opted for more of a poke comp on their side. The Zoe together with the Ezreal, you get some CC down with Kasing, then you can chain up all those pokes, and it doesn't really matter if you kill anyone from the sort of Bifrost. The fact that you're zoning them away from a fight is enough. Talking about a fight, though, there's way too many members on the bot side.
Towards the bot side we go. It's a 3v3 brewing, with Abyssal Voyage will get Highway out to safety. And while the studio is dark and full of terrors, that's no insult to Trouble. She's very pretty. That wasn't an insult.
I'm the terror.
Exactly.
I'm usually the terror in this studio.
Yes, exactly that. Don't get her wrong. She's actually, I promise you, she's actually really nice. Don't let her...
Only on Tuesdays, and it's a Monday.
Fury, though, ignited, nearly going to fall. Is he going to get out? There's going to be dead! Tempt in a deciding game finds first blood, and it's a solo kill.
Solo Bolo coming in from the X7 mid laner right there. And bot lane is also under threat.
It's not done. Highway not quite in range of the wall now. Viking might have got a little deep diamond coming over. Has flash and has a vault breaker to try and steal this game. Attila has to try and get away with the arcane shift. But they're going to have to back away for now. Nothing more to be found down here. And this game already off to a flying start. Back to the mid lane to see exactly how Tem got. He picked up a proto belt.
Yeah, there's a rocket belt on his own, which is absolutely despicable. So all he does is put down the rocket belt, get the passive damage, and just ignite. And good night, Sweet Prince. Fury goes back to the fountain. He was going there anyway, it's fine. He was actually backing from this wave, but I have never said in my life that I'm very excited to watch Senna play the game. When it comes to Odie's Senna, I am very well and truly excited to watch his mid to late game team fights. All eyes on him. This is his champion. This champion was almost perma-banned in spring against him. And of course, Duel, who was pivoting the Tam Kent this time, is going to be Highway. Now, looking towards the top side of the map, Viking is lurking about. This could be a Shikari being dived. He has no mana to defend.
JC so low, and Viking's gone through the tower to try and make this one happen. There's still an Ignite, but no way to make this one play out as well as he would like. The passive wears off, and Shikari trying to play this one best he can. Gonna land another flail, doing pretty well. The Ignite's coming down! Viking has to flash away, and Shikari's so low, but he can't quite secure it. A desperate attempt, and a very nearly successful one, but Shikari cannot win the 1v2.
That was very, very close. That was 3 members of the set of X7 pushed towards the top side of the map to try and make sure that Shikari falls. Kasing was also on his way towards that top lane, and this is going to be double teleport coming in from Chasey and Shikari to catch back up onto this lane. A lane that is pretty fine as it stands for the set of Shikari, because Luke, who's on his way towards the top side of the map, is going to be Diamond Procs. He's going to be wrapping around. He's looking towards Tempt in that mid lane towards that Zoe. He will find a ward and retreat. All the way he goes towards his bot side of the map, where his wraiths are actually spawning. Just got warded as well, so spotting Diamond Procs, very important. Diamond Procs is, of course, looking for the fastest way to his level 6 to get that ultimate to try and pin down his opponent's Kasing, though. He's going to find him. Ooh, almost gonna steal that big chicken right there.
And of course, this is Tempt's Zoe, something he made famous for himself when he debuted in the LCK on Escape Ever back in 2016. It's been a little while, and he's done some incredible things over the years. Now in the NLC, he and Fury, critical over the last couple games.
And I think what is very important to look here is his kill participation. He has the kill participation of almost a jungler right here. 74.4% for Tempt shows you a lot about the game style that X7 like to play. He likes to shove in that mid lane, have priority, and lean towards a side lane, most likely dive, get the advantage through the, for his side laners through that. And this can also be the case with Zoe. He has been perma-balling Fury on the Sylas. Sylas, who has fallen already 1 level behind, and once the Ludens Echo comes bright and early for the Zoe, you can zone away entire champions from the choke points.
Absolutely, and Tempt as well with
Very
a
close.
monstrous 756 DPM as a mid laner. That is a mighty number, even if you're an AD carry or whatever. That is higher than Odie even, someone we've been praising for his impeccable carry abilities. And Tempt right up there with the best we have in the NLC, and already up with a solo kill on one of his signature champions, looking to dominate from the minute 1.
Now, as you can see, there is already a 1,500 gold difference. And if you look at the CS deficits, there's about 20 in the mid lane for Tempt. There is also the kill that has gone the side of Viking and Tempt, so, and one tower plating in the mid lane as well. So most of that gold lead does lie on Tempt. Now, what the problem is, Bifrost have a very hard scaling composition with the Senna and the Sylas and the Sejuani being that wall in front of them later on. But X7 really spike in that early to mid game. Think Ezreal, 2 items. Think Zoe with Luden's Echo. Think Megana in those early game Dragon fights. These picks are so influential into the early game, and Bifrost have found themselves...
Oh, well played, Diamond, to stop that off from working on Viking. Has to charge its way away, but will not get out to safety. Diamond going to get hit by the True Shot Barrage, but Tempt misses the bubble. Trying to chunk him anyway! Tempt will not be denied. Fury follows up, but there's nothing to be done. Chasey nearly at Meganar. Who will get the Herald? It is Chasey, I believe. And despite killing the jungler, Tempt just says no.
What did we say? Zoe and Na spike harder in this early to mid game fights, especially around river fights. You get that Megana, you can choke away an entire team. You see how Tempt played so well with the walls right there to put down the poke, to put down that that Sleepy Trouble bubble. And as we will see again, it's a really nice play here from Diamond Procs, trying to stop the ulti coming in from Viking, cancelling him out, and together with Shikari, making sure Viking stays put. But the second the True Shot Barrage hits Diamond Procs, he falls really low. He's also tanking the Rift Herald, Tempt very easy snipe with the Q, and at this point, Fury and Shikari need to run away because there is no damage left among them, and Chasey was also Megana.
Absolutely. Big early advantage for X7 at this point with that Herald.
Wait, look at Tempt's inventory.
Yeah,
and
there it is. 9 minutes, well, 9.5 minutes.
I don't know, man. If I was Fury and I literally have Bootyard Sale bags in the back of my car with a mana crystal 2 rings and a crusty pair of boots versus a shiny Luden's Echo coming my way versus a mid laner that's probably half or an entire level up at this point, I'd be really scared.
Absolutely, and the last 2 games have been, let's say, very tight. I think that's a very gentle way of putting it. This game is looking more and more like game 1, and that's largely off the fact that Tempt has just broken open both mid and now this Herald fight. While Diamond's around and has got himself a cease and desist available to him. This Herald getting summoned in mid means a full tower going straight down and into Tempt's pocket just like that. This Zoe is looking more and more like the star god she's supposed to be.
What's really important
moly.
for everyone to pay attention to is the fact that we said Tempt is very important to open that mid lane and then roam around the map. This time is his team roaming towards him because he's the one that created his own lead in the mid lane. Bull in Fury, getting that level lead, getting that Luden's Echo, 5,000 versus 3,000, there's a 2,000 gold lead just sitting in that mid lane for Tempt. And now he's making it work, roaming towards the bot lane.
This will dive away from the highway, but he's got so few ways to go. The sleepy trouble bubble lands, of course, it does! And Tempt looking for one more. The Ignite claims it 3-0. Tempt is making his presence felt.
Absolutely, and we're talking about how he managed to get the lead through mid lane and now he's bleeding it through every other lane because guess what? There is no tower 11 minutes into the game to take in the mid lane. It's already been taken down. Full turret platings for the X7 mid laner, getting his presence known around the map. The only one who hasn't felt his might so far has been Shikari onto the top lane, but don't worry because his number is most likely coming soon.
Feels that way, and Tempt is right up there as a candidate for best mid in the league. Of course, I know Trouble, you've been really praising Backland, and there's a lot to say about that guy, but Tempt's the other one who's really, really impressed us across this split and done what he can to make sure that X7, even when they were in their struggling period at the beginning of the split, was still a team you couldn't entirely count out. Now with boots in, now with even more AP to his name, he is a tyrant and so difficult to deal with everyone under his kosh in this game. Still, looking at this bot side, some plates into Odie, and he's on a Senna. It's one of his legendary picks. And the question is whether Bifrost can stabilize enough to make this game competitive.
Again, the problem right here lies that yes, his Senna is legendary, but it takes a while to spike. He's obviously going towards something like the Kraken Slayer because he is the main carry for his team. He needs to dish out as much damage as possible, as soon as possible. And Kraken Slayer is the fastest route. They have their eyes on Attila.
And bot lane bushes, he doesn't respect it. And will have forced to eat away, does not die though.
Luckily for him, he's playing the Ezreal, and Bard ultimate is coming in. Highway has no way, he has no flash.
No way, they get both! Can Highway devour them to safety? Odie with the flash gets him far enough away, but Highway is left out to dry. There is no maintenance available for this Tom Kench. He is down for the count.
Top lane's falling apart, mid lane's falling apart, bot lane's falling apart. Diamond Prox has 0 lanes to play through on an early game playmaking champion such as Vi. You want to hit level 6, you want to go to a lane, press your R button, someone dies. Right now X7 are so ahead of the curve that it's so difficult for Bifrost to take any fights. They will try nevertheless. Kasing.
Diamond goes in with the cease and desist, trying to get onto Attila. But what can you do with the Vault Breaker? It's now a 2v3. They're going to get a kill onto Attila, surely. But what about the rest of the fight? A double last embrace does work. Tempt about to find Fury in the river, and that will keep him away for now. Dashing away with the abscond, the abduct, in they go. But the bubble, well, the chains are mid-flight. And Fury will be able to back away for now. Tempt, unable to affect the bot side fight, but still a terror to behold. Wait for another one. He's going to try and time this one right. Oh, my days. That's blind. That's just a man knowing exactly where people are walking.
Nah, Tempt is absolutely freaking disgusting on this champion, and Kasink has found himself a catfish. He's gonna choose to
report it.
Yeah, he puts it back in the river and he left.
Swipe right.
No, wait, swiping right means that you like.
Is that the way right? Swipe left. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, sorry. Okay,
Listen, I've not been on any of these apps, but I know the memes.
Yeah, that's fair. I apologize there. Don't do that. My lack of
very
knowledge.
importantly,
yes,
at 1 assist, got Odie on his Kraken Slayer. Saying that, a Senna is not as easy to carry with as is an Aphelios and as is a Jinx. You need to make sure that your team survives enough for you to put down these long-range auto attacks, for you to get these heals in through the Q, and give them that invisibility with your W as well.
Yeah.
So for all this Senna to come online, you still need time. You need 2, maybe 3 items onto that Senna, and a lot of tankiness. Kasing, though...
Very deep. Is off vision right now.
Are you deep if they don't know you're there?
Are you deep if you don't know? That is a question for a more philosophical time. But Kasing, he's still not been spotted. He's still... They finally don't know. They don't know. He's going to get it on top as well. Kasing is a mad lad, but now he's in danger. Gets the ball bottle, but down goes Diamond Brox to get in further. Flash away from Kasing. Overcome Fury, though. He gets knocked away mid-chains, and Kasing gets out alive. See, what am I witnessing?
This is a difference, Initialize. You're not in deep if they don't know you're there. And Kasing gets out, making sure his team secures
That's a Morley's chicken
dragon. And honestly, this very chaotic, roaming, poking composition really fits the chaos that X7 want to cause in that early game, making sure that Bifrost never scale to the items and the levels that they want to be at.
Observers, can we check in, please, with OD's stacks? A little early into the game, but worth keeping an eye on. We need to see where he gets to. About 60, so about to hit that third range increment increase, but really looking for double that to be a truly artillery piece for full-scale Senna to come through. So a little while before that comes through. X7 continue to be in command of this game. 4 minutes or so until a soul point.
Mind you, we're talking about X7 and their poking compositions, right? But you are running a Vi, you're running a Sylas and a Sejuani. If the Bard, the Ezreal or the Zoe get caught, they're instantly punished. There's so much CC and follow-up from the side of Bifrost that one member dies. The problem is that when you're choked out of vision and you're put into pockets and bunched up all together, this is where the Zoe and the Ezreal really shine through. Getting you poked out of fights is really important for the side of X7. As you can see, with the mid lane tower gone, you actually get to extend your vision further into your enemy's jungle, and that's exactly what we see right here from X7. Viking gets to roam free towards the top side of the map, get that Rift Herald, potentially pop it towards the top side of the map, create a point of pressure, and as you'll see, Viking is just going to enter enemy jungle right here because he literally has Tempt, who almost has 2 items on him right behind him.
Going towards a Banshee's Veil as well, I think, is a smart call. So much easier to poke with safety, right? When the way you get punished in this game is the Sylas following after you, the Vi coming on and knocking you out. You're already ahead enough, you're already doing enough damage. Just get that safety in already. I think that's a smart choice, largely, by Tempt.
Absolutely, because there is no easy way to break the Banshees in his team. There is no actual champion that pokes from that far away unless you get hit by a stray Senna Q somehow. It's going to be Sikari looking for the sneaky ultimate onto champions, but now that you're protected, you do not care about overstepping. Odie though!
Odie taken so desperately low, ignited, devoured, but there is no way out. Both bot laners collapsed on and collected by X7.
This looks really grim, and as much as I want to give Bifrost the benefit of the doubt, as much as I want to praise Odie for his Senna in the bot lane, this is really difficult. You're playing against 2 items, Zoe. Level 12 already on the Tempt. He's bled his pressure all across the map. Top lane tower is gone. Mid lane tower is gone. Mid lane tier 2 is almost falling. And again, you see Odin Highway are massively overextending. Sikari is all the way up the top lane. Fury is all the way down the bot lane. There's no one there to defend them. And there's 5 members of X7 having the sight on that X7 bot lane. Drowsy.
Still going on the teleporting down, trying to defend Diamond Brox, but he's got nowhere to go. He's been ignited. He'll get a cease and desist off, but nothing too much more. But can X7 escape? The Glacial Pressing goes wide, and that will give more time for X7 to try and run away. Tempt is about to be backed up by Attila. It's a 3v4, and Bifrost are trying to trade this one out best they can. The stolen True Shot Barrage does some work. Viking nearly out of mana. Is now going to have to try and trade this one out purely with his abilities. High Highway coming in. Odie trying to run alongside as the Dawning Shadow comes through, and Bifrost are doing pretty well in a fight that Lost started with their jungler dying, but Tempt collects the top laner, and now the turnaround can start coming through. He's so damn scary. Viking still alive. A cosmic binding onto 2 does a lot of work, but Tempt abyssally dived upon and shut down. Highway picks it up, and that'll make it a 3-4-2. But all the while, Chasey gets a top tier 2. X7 continue to trade up.
And very crucially, the shutdown went to the Catfish. It went to the Tam Kens. It could have been the Senna, but it wasn't. Odie cashing in on this huge influx of gold that went to the side of Bifrost. And we've been talking and praising him for that champion, but he's just not going to be the one to get it. As you'll see, Diamond Prox is in complete enemy territory. No allies nearby, and he's going to get caught by a Sleepy Trouble Bubble as well. What he does, though, is he's going to ult to get that shield from the ult real quickly to survive as much as possible. Shikari, though, very crucially, misses the ultimate. And who's there? Everyone's missing abilities right, left, and center. Fury cannot get changed. Shikari's missing the ult. Odie's not there, and Fury's dead.
Fury's trying to trade this one out, but he just doesn't have enough healing. But over the wall he goes and survives for now. A piercing darkness and a flash keep him alive, but Bifrost continue to bleed out. Bifrost continue to lose more and more of this map.
I just love the fact that X7 are not letting Bifrost breathe 1 second. They literally have almost 2.5 items onto the Zoe, level 13, level 14 for Chasey onto Disna. Leverage your advantage and your gold lead that early into the game. 7,000 gold, Bifrost are pulling the trigger.
They're going to try and trade, but a fire has been lit under X7, backed up by Tempt. Incredible Zoe. 2 get taken out by the Tempered Fate. Chasey stunned up, but not taken down. Trying to turn this one around. Chasey so low. Viking to the backside. Gets the Glacial President. The Ignite shuts him down. Viking so low, taken out. And Bifrost are winning it. Tempt will survive as a cease and desist. It's going to be stopped by the death of Diamond Prox, but there's nowhere for Tempt to go. They're winning it. Bifrost magic still lives on.
And when you're playing a squishy poke team and you're going head into a fight, you're going to fall. They're literally battling with big tanks. Diamond Prox on the Vi, and Highway's looking for more. Kasing, though, is going to portal himself away. But again, Fury's got high HP, but she carry the same. Diamond Prox the same. Highway the same. It's literally 4 beefy members and 1 Senna in this team. So if you do face check them, if you get too close for comfort, they're going to take it down. And as you will see, Drowsy really beautifully done onto the teleport from Fury right there, and Highway and Fury are gonna get caught, but look on the other side of the map. No one is touching Odie this entire time. Every single member of Bifrost are giving their bodies up just so Odie can put down that DPS. You will see that Fury is also pretty beefy here on the Salas, healing through the fights. But once your front line is gone, from X7 you're left with 3 squishy members that can only poke. There's no consistent AD or AP damage, they only poke. And if you get engaged upon and found out, you're gonna die.
A little magic, a little hope in a game that was looking X7 dominant. Still is, all things said and done, but the Soul Point is denied. More time for Bifrost to hit those critical marks and points of power. 80 stacks coming in for Senna. Rage Blade in, the 2-item spike for the Senna now completed. Tower collapses, and X7 still remain healthily in command of the game. But once again, Bifrost still have a few punches to throw.
And this is what is very dangerous for Bifrost right now. They have lost complete control of both quadrants of their jungle. When you lose both of those mid lane towers, it means you have to go blind to shove in the wave in the mid lane. And last time Highway and Odie attempted to do that, they both got shut down, they both got killed, and X7 managed to snowball their lead further. At this point for Bifrost, you've got 4 beefy members that can actually walk into the Sleepy Trouble bubbles. Highway needs to stay alive to eat whoever is supposedly going to hit by a Zoe Q, and then you get to brute force with your body your way into a river, into a fight. Again, Tempt, Attila, Kasing, these 3 guys are extremely squishy. If Viking and Chasey go down, you cannot play the front to back anymore.
And of course, it's not a particularly inspiring Baron take for X7 either, between the Zoe and the Ezreal. Not the most notorious Baron shredders in the world, so despite it being spawned 4 minutes ago, not the easiest time for them to take, but a 3rd item has just been completed for Tempt. That wasn't there the last time, it will be the next. The damage continues to rack on in for X7 as Diamond Prox and Fury find themselves in a bush, but there's going to be 3 people here. Viking finds it, but there's a teleport coming through. They're getting onto Attila, and the cease and desist gets over to the back of Attila, who's got nowhere to go, flashing away. The Dawning Shadow comes through with Bifrost, just not quite alive for now. Ignited, devoured, stays alive. Fury knocked away by the Keeper's verdict. And X7 survive, but can they turn it around? The Drowsy lands, and there is no way for the Catfish to go. Taken out by the moderators. Tempt looking to get this one. Rooted up by a last embrace, teleporting through! That Battlestar was sublime! Another one dies, and with the jungler dead, they can turn for Baron.
Exactly, you can't take the Baron really fast, but you know who you can take down fast? Your opponents. Kasink has found himself in trouble right there. He's gonna get rooted up.
Taken down. That is him dead. Now they've got to try and back away from the Baron. The health bars are too low. As I said, they don't have the easiest take. Can they shield Odie up? They can. Tempt continues to be a warhead, a satellite weapons platform. Fury chunked out though. Goes in for the Mega Gnar, and he takes down. Baron secured, and now X7 might get their way out of here as Bifrost retreat. They are the victors in this fight, and Tempt once again proves his worth in this game. 8-2-3. He is an absolute monster.
Yes, you cannot take neutral objectives down fast if you're X7, but if you take down your opponents fast, then there is no one to contest these neutral objectives. X7 are gonna walk away with a Baron and an almost 9,000 gold lead. At this point, that Zoe has 3. Oh, he bought a Needle Sludge Rod as well. This Zoe is going to hurt 1 Drowsy, 1 Sleepy Trouble Bubble, and somebody dies to the follow-up Q. And if they don't, there's Qs from Ezreal. There's so much smoke from Ezreal. Somebody's going to finish the deal. Now, another dragon coming up in 50 seconds on the map. Shikari all the way on the top side of the map. He has no TP to join, but possibly Bifrost do not want to take this fight. They want to take all the bounties. Odie, what are you doing?
X7 wish upon a star, but Tempt doesn't need to throw one this time around. He is caught out. Diamond Proc mistimes the vault break, and the only thing being broken are Bifrost's hopes and dreams. 2 dead, and X7 are right back into claiming kill after kill after kill.
This might actually be game right here. 20 seconds, 33 seconds. We might be looking for at least an inhibitor in the bot lane. There's another wave pushing towards the mid lane. Somebody can go Baron that one up, push it further in, or X7 could just straight up look for the victory right here.
They're going to shove on in. They have 5 seconds on Odie's, 15 on Diamond Procs. They won't decide to shove for more yet. They don't feel bold enough quite yet. They'll take a magical journey away with the inhibitor as their prize.
And right here you see X7 are going towards that 3rd dragon of the game. It is going to be infernal soul point for them, as if the Zoe and the Ezreal were not hard hitters on the poke. Add that extra bit of pop, from the Infernal Soul, and somebody's going to disappear. Saying that, I do not think the game is going to last 5 more minutes for the Infernal Soul to come into effect. There is 45 more seconds on this Baron bat. If you look at the top side, Chase is already prepping the wave with the Gnar. Also mid lane for the majority of the X7 members. Bifrost are looking for a pick. They might get sandwich though.
It would be a fairy tale, a Disney story, but when you do that, you wish upon a star, and Tempt is wielding them all, hitting with the fury of 1,000 suns. It's a 1-for-1 right now, but Attila will claim a double, and those stars are hitting like nuclear warheads once more. 1,000 suns, 1,000 stars, a sleepy trouble bubble, and their dreams are put to sleep. There is nothing left for Bifrost. Shikari will teleport away, and X7 will put their spring split rivals, their EU Masters companions, to the sword. The dream dies here. X7's run will continue.
X7 are looking to put Bifrost back onto the drawing board for 2023 because they're looking at that last EU Master spot dead in the eye.
There is nothing more to be done. Viking will continue to lead this team to victory. A close-fought series it may have been, but this game was a masterclass from the man from the LCK. Tempt has done it once more. 3-1, X7 move on to round 2.